Hi, my name is Justin Guidros. I'm the writer and director of The Drive Back. The Drive Back is a short film about two best friends who, while on a work trip on the other side of the country, have a brief encounter with each other and then are unable to find the words to express themselves to each other while they drive back across the country. Hence, The Drive Back.
This is a silent film, and that there is no written or spoken dialogue between our two leads, Andrew and Simon. We follow the two as they traverse the country, processing their thoughts, feelings, and the future of their friendship.
The majority of this movie is told through the concept of gaze, focusing less on what is said, because literally nothing is said, and more on the actions and the reactions of the characters. Even as we march closer to public acceptance, there's a lot of fear of communicating our true intentions into the world, and especially to those we have some affection for. There's a fear of rejection, as is universal, but followed with a chaser of possible condemnation and even violence.
I'm really inspired by films that take those moments of silence. Your Portrait of a Lady on Fires, your Weekend, the look, and it's kind of yearning, but it's not always yearning. But this silent communication is so human, because I feel like we as human beings always are afraid to say what we want to say. And I feel like in a queer narrative where saying these things can lead to being ostracized, to being left, to being harmed, it's such an essential tool and it's so vulnerable. But at the same time, so powerful.
Each scene presents a different aspect of being a queer man, from Grindr and on-the-road hookups to the uncertainty of just being in public. We see how these two characters, both in different circumstances surrounding their outness, respond to these situations in a way we hope is truthful, insightful, and empathetic.
I wrote this script in 2020 near the tail end while we were in COVID lockdown, and I just submitted to a bunch of film festivals, and we won a few. We won Best Drama Short Screenplay at the Austin After Dark Film Festival, which we did a reading of the script with no dialogue at, and two of the people who were at that reading are actually in the film. We also won Best Themed Short Screenplay at the New Renaissance Film Festival in Amsterdam, Best First Time Screenwriter at the Cosis International Film Festival, and Best Short Screenplay at the White Unicorn Film Festival. And we also placed as a finalist as Best Short Script at Cosis, semi-finalist for Best Short Script at the San Francisco Indie Festival Screenplay Competition, a quarterfinalist at the Portland Screenplay Awards, and Blue Cat Screenplay Competition, and we were also selected and nominated at all these festivals as well. There's a laurel. All the laurels are up now. So check those out. That was a lot of fun. So this is the first film that I've ever directed. I've worked on film before. I mostly direct theater. I'm actually directing Peter and the Starcatcher right now, but I've never directed a film. So I'm really excited to work on this project. I'm working with a lot of people I've worked with over the years. People I've worked with since I was a teenager, some, more recently. And I'm also working with a lot of people I've never worked with before from the film world. And I'm excited to work with them as well and kind of convene and make this movie together. Everyone is really excited. There's something special about it. And it's something I really believe in. I've never written a movie before. So when I submitted this out into the world, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, I don't know how to make a movie. I've never made a movie. And the response it got was so much more than I thought it would be, that I was like, oh, wow, people want to see this. I want to see this. I wrote it because I want to see it. But other people want to see it. And then I started getting people working a movie, and they are excited to bring the story to you. So there's something here, and something I really hope that we can bring to the screen for you to see as well.
This campaign will secure full funding for our first leg of shooting, which will take place in Central Virginia next August. This will include pay for food, paying actors and crew, paying for housing, transportation, locations, equipment, everything you need to make a movie, essentially.
Majority of the funds being raised are to pay our cast and crew, because I want everybody who's working on here to not have to worry about where their next dollar is coming from. I don't want them to feel like, oh, I had to give up a shift at work and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to make rent or pay my bills or eat. I want them to all be able to come in, be paid, be fed, and work to their best ability to make the best movie that we can make for ourselves and for you and for anyone who wants to see it. That's really important to me. If you donate to us, we will be posting production updates on here on Scene Spark, as well as on YouTube. And we plan to keep open budget documents so you can see where your money is going. Transparency is really important to me. I want you to know where that money that you donated is going. And again, it's mostly going to the crew and actors. We have a small crew. We have a few actors who are consistent. We have a couple of extras who I also want to pay. And then a crew of about 7. And I want to make sure that everybody is fairly compensated, everybody is fed. If people are coming in from out of state, that they don't have to pay for a hotel room. I want to cover them all, and I need your help to do that.
When those backing contributions, you'll get perks.
We have a list of incentives, including incentives like thank yous in the credits, access to behind-the-scenes footage during the making of the movie,
digital copies of the movie, including a special run of VHS copies, and we'll have bonus features on them that won't be available anywhere else. Personalized roadmaps that we'll take with us on the road during our second round of filming, with notations and such by the actors and the crew, and signed by all of us as well.
And we're also offering tiers called Produce a Scene. So if you select one of those, you'll be paying for all of the pay for the actors and crew, food, transportation, housing, location, everything will be covered in that tier. If you buy one of those tiers, you'll be credited as a producer on the film. If you buy multiple of those tiers, if you do 2 or 3 of them and scale up, you can move up from associate producer to executive producer, depending on how many you do. If a group of friends, if you and a group of friends want to all pitch in and pick one of those tiers, just let us know so we can credit you properly and make sure that you get all the swag in that tier. We just want to make sure everybody gets what they were promised. And as I said before, this is filming for the first round of shooting, which is going to take place in Virginia over about a 2-week period. It's about 85% of the movie. The second round we're going to shoot later, and we may do more fundraising for it, depending on how this goes. If we raise everything we need on this round, we'll film it all in one go, which will be awesome. It'll be a month of filming, and us starting here and then going all the way to New Mexico from Virginia and driving back. A lot of footage, a lot of fun, which would be great. If you can help us get to that, that would be incredible, you know. And I'll offer some bonus incentives as we get there. If we get along that far, I'll add some things, and some benchmarks and goals and things like that. So thank you again for watching this and checking out our campaign. I really hope you contribute. And if you like what you saw, please share us with your friends, family on Facebook, email, however you want to send this out. Anytime one of these gets shared, it's an opportunity for us to have more eyes on our campaign and hopefully be able to connect with somebody who would want to help us make this project a reality. So if you shared this with anybody, thank you so much. That is such a huge help. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you again, and I really hope we see you on the road.